Hey everybody, this is Crystal. Welcome back to my channel. I am super excited about this video today because this is something that has been on my mind, and anyone who knows me at all knows that I am super into laws of the universe and the entire concept that the things that we think create our reality. There are two universal laws and truths that may appear at first glance to totally contradict each other. And the first law requires us to be brutally honest and fully authentic, acknowledging the reality of exactly where we are and what we feel. Meaning if you're not okay, don't say you're okay. And if you are okay and you're actually quite happy and joyful, don't downplay it. Just be true to what's going on right now. The other is that our reality is created by our thoughts and therefore the things that we say. So if we say that we're having a bad day, now we're speaking that truth into existence, and this is a problem because you have in essence given your power away and created your own bad day by saying you're having a bad day. And so if you are having a bad day, the best thing you can do from this perspective of this second law is not say that because it makes it worse. So the conflict that people run into here is that if they don't say that they're not okay or having a bad day, they're lying. But if they do say it, now they're speaking a bad reality into existence. It's a lose-lose. So when this conflict arises in the mind, we either conclude that they cancel each other out and dismiss them both, or we pick a side, which will result in either a lack of authenticity, leading to stunted healing and growth, or toxic positivity. Those are the outcomes. So how do we bring these two sides together, these ideas, these concepts, these two laws? How do we bring them into alignment with one another and make them both work cohesively? And is it even possible? Well, the answer is yes, and this is how. 2 steps, that's it. The first is to understand the difference between recognition and creation. The second is to use our words to bring the truth into alignment and the reality that we want to make. People love labels. And I don't think that that's always bad. I think that labels are a foundational part of communication. A tomato is a tomato and a potato is a potato. And the soups that you make with them are extremely different from one another. But the thing about labels is that we want to use them with care. We don't always benefit from attaching strong labels to things, especially when it comes to our feelings or experiences. So we can simply acknowledge how we're feeling and accept that feeling honestly without letting it dictate an entire experience. For example, if you're feeling down, instead of saying, "Oh, I'm having a bad day," you can simply say, "I'm feeling down right now." And this allows you to recognize and be truthful about your experience without creating a negative story or giving your power away. Now, the argument against that might be that the moment you say you're feeling down, this is going to solidify that in your mind. And now you've done it. You've ruined everything. You've created it, but you were already feeling it. So if it was already there, did the words that you spoke in that moment create it, or did you simply recognize it? Choosing to never recognize the feelings that many people deem as negative doesn't actually serve you, either in the long term or in the present. It's like waking up one morning, looking around, and seeing a total disaster everywhere. Like we're talking moldy food, trash, piles of laundry, and a million other things that I'm sure you could come up with. But then looking at all of that and saying, my house is clean. Everything is in order. Everything is perfect. The result of saying that is what? You see nothing wrong with your circumstances, and so you walk right out the door and you go about your day and you forget about it in your conscious mind for a while, and it'll just eat away at your subconscious the entire day, and the darkness will greet you the moment you come home. The bad energy will be there waiting for you. It will. So here's the thing. When we recognize something, we are acknowledging what has already been created prior to that moment, whether by us, others, or most likely a combination of both. And it's this recognition that allows us to take the bull by the horns and make a change. Recognition begets power. Honesty begets healing. So the second point in that first step is understanding creation. To refer back to the example used before, there's a big difference between saying I'm having a bad day and I'm feeling down. One of them exercises an enormous amount of judgment, first of all, and the other simply explores an individual variable. So maybe you are feeling down, but if you project that feeling onto the entire day, this is where you tap into your powers of creation to make up more problems. So maybe you're feeling down, but it's possible that outside of that feeling, you're actually having a really good day. Like a lot of other good things are happening. Maybe despite your sadness, you're actually quite productive. And maybe the things you're doing today are going to create an amazing day tomorrow. And you can experience that fully once, you're feeling better. And maybe because you're taking the time to process your feelings, you're going to be able to experience the joy of healing, the peace of the spirit, the calm that you've been looking for. So maybe you're feeling down, but it's a great day to feel down. And this brings me to the second step, which is to use our words to bring the truth into alignment with the reality that we want to make. So we can choose to use our words to create a positive reality, and this does not require telling lies or using toxic positivity, which is basically the same thing. But this requires a bit of work to get right, but it's good work. It's worth it. It's here that we choose to focus on what we want to create rather than what we don't want. So instead of saying I'm having a bad day, we can say I'm feeling down, but I trust that there are things happening for my good while I process these feelings. If it's something particularly heavy that you're dealing with and you don't feel that you can say that authentically because you're just bawling your eyes out and everything hurts, you can simply say, at this moment, I am feeling extremely sad. And you can leave it at that. Where you get into trouble is when you start to say things like, I am always an extremely sad person. My life is so hard. Now that I've lost this person or thing, I will never be the same again. I'm never happy. There's nothing to look forward to tomorrow or ever. I've wrecked my life for good. These sorts of statements are where you step across the boundary of recognition into the land of creation. Words matter. Language matters. This is how we exercise our power on our subconscious and the energetic universe around us to create reality. So instead of saying those things, what if instead we said, I'm feeling sad, but I'm not a sad person. I have good desires. I seek light and clarity in all that I do. I'm having a hard moment, but I am blessed with abundance and ease in more ways than I can even see now. There is nothing I can lose that the universe does not have the power to restore to me or replace with something even better for my growth. And if something is irreplaceable, like a parent, for example, you can thank them for all that they've done for you and release them to their next highest purpose while you still reap the benefits of all the lessons and hopefully the love that you received from them. So you are not powerful enough to create a problem that God and the universe cannot fix. You're not. And that's something that we can actually take quite a bit of comfort in. So these words and knowing what to say in these circumstances, it may not come all at once. They take practice to really get right, and they can also take a lot of programming and reprogramming. So it might do you some good to even get some help with it in the beginning, especially books, therapists, better friends. If your current friends are pretty negative, you can meditate on this, you can pray on it, but you'll get better at it over time. As long as you keep applying yourself and as long as you have that focus and that attention, you'll get there. So by following these two steps, we can both acknowledge and accept our current experience without labeling it harshly. And we can also use our words to create a positive energy in the present. So it's a powerful way of aligning both truth and intention to create the reality that we want. I hope that this was helpful for you. If it is, go ahead and subscribe. Make sure to hit that bell for notifications as new videos come up. I talk about things like this sometimes. I'm also a singer. I like to ride my motorcycle when I have time and when the roads are clear. So I've got a few different things going on, but if you like music and you like having a good time while feeling enlightened and being able to get some more clarity, then this could be a good place for you. And I hope that you'll stick around. So thank you. Love you. Again, hope this helps. And I hope that you have a wonderful rest of your day.